This is the pound dollar on the 5 range. We have a higher time frame Gartly pattern here, but I've used the 5 range as the entry. Let's just go and take a look at this on the higher time frame. Not a great deal here other than the fact that we're at the structure level and we're just consolidating sideways. If we go to the 240, this is what I'm paying attention to. If I put a structure level on in here, in fact if I just highlight all the, I'll just put arrows on right here. You can see that we have broken below that level. An indication here, because this is a decent structure level that's been violated, that we could see a continuation to the downside. If we go to the 60, not a great deal here on the 60. If we go to the 15, and here on the 15 you will be able to see this advanced pattern. It is a Gartly pattern looking like this. And you can see we hit that 61.8, and if we're looking for an entry, we're looking for a minimum of a 127. So let's just remove all the other fibs. Now I can only enter based on a double top or a head and shoulders. What I am going to do here though is just highlight the wicks. I only need to highlight the wicks from the 886 to the top of them, because that would be from the entry of the pattern to the X leg. If I drop to the 5, you can see that we're still within that zone. I am actually going to move the structure level up as well to the closes of those candles here on the 5, and I'm going to go to the 5 range. Here on the 5 range, what you can see, and just remove these fibs off, is we actually triple topped up here. So test, test, test. All 3 of them were in the highlighted area. All 3 of them hit the structure line. So it's valid on the 15, valid on the 5. So when I look at the 5 range, we've held structure, we've adhered to the rules that govern double tops and triple tops. We've got RSI confirmation there. We went overbought with divergence. And so if I bring back on the orders, stops go just an ATR above the high here. And that means then that I can throw a fib on. And because my bias here, after violating that major structure level that I showed you on the 60, that I can play for 2 targets on this particular trade. So let's work out the reward to risk. So 16 pips of risk now for 28 target ones, at which stage I'll move to break even and hold and see if we can get target 2s. We're back for the update. This happened very, very quickly. 27 pips up. Just waiting for first targets to be hit here, and then we can wait for second targets. There we go. Targets now hit. Moving 2 pips past break even and holding for those second targets. We're back for the last part of the video. You can see we're now down testing the take profit line, just pushing towards that 61.8 fib. Currently 51 pips up, are we there? 51 pips up currently. Let's hope we can capture this thing hitting. It's been an awful long time since I've had a 2 target winner for an advanced pattern. And that might be because typically I only take 1 target. But when the wind's blowing in the right direction and you know, luck is on my side, I will go for the second targets. That's a lie actually. I went for second targets because we'd violated that major level of structure. So what I'm going to do just here is pause the video. I was really hoping just there we were going to push down an extra pip. Sorry about that. Really hoping there we were going to push down that that extra pip, but I'll pause the video and come back when hopefully we've hit. Okay, I've just resumed the video and just noticed that we had actually hit that 61.8 and then put in a higher close. So I'm manually exiting the trade for plus 40.
Order filled.
That means this trade banked 34 pips in total.